For breaking news, go to iDiskiTimes.co.za. iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Orlando Pirates at the Orlando Stadium. Maybe we could have been counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were so many opportunities from Orlando Pirates. They missed them. However, they did score 2 of them. Well done to Orlando Pirates. They beat TS Galaxy. Mabasa proving to us that you always need someone in the box just to get those tap-ins. Cristiano Ronaldo is very popular as a forward, as one of the most famous players to have ever played football. And most of his goals are tap-ins and penalties. And that's what you need from a striker, to be at the right place at the right time. Well done to Orlando Pirates. They go up to number 3 on the log standings. Lindo Pep, what did you make of the game, sir?
Yeah, Mr. Ngulisi technical team.
Sure.
Ngulisi Chasta.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to coach Ouaddou and Abdeslam.
You like to attack these names. It's like they intimidate you. One way or another, you have to cut that elephant and eat it piece by piece.
Yeah, no, I actually need to give myself time. Abdeslam Ouaddou. All right, Mr.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Andrea Merado, Andrea Narimanana. That was the most difficult name to learn in South African football.
Yeah.
Do you remember that player?
Yeah, I remember. The Ducks.
Yeah, Ducks.
Hey, bangene HIV ngalelo player, Mr. Nkiu. Basithola base HIV.
Andrea Merado, Andrea Narimanana. So those are one of the longest names. The game, sir.
Yeah. Let's congratulate the Orlando Pirates players. Mr. Nkiu, I have to give the Orlando Pirates coach some credit. And one of the reasons why is because he went back to basics today. He understood that every game is important, more especially at home. Orlando Pirates basfake in a situation where they have to win all their home games because they're competing against a team that wins 15 out of 15. 15 games means 54 points. 55 points, I mean to say. So those are crucial when you're playing at home.
Trust your mathematics.
Trust me, Mr. Nkeu. Trust me, Mr. Nkeu. But anyway, my bigger point here is he understands that role, that every game matters at home. For me, from a tactical...
If you win, wait.
Yeah?
I'm still tripping over the mathematics, so I need to verify.
15 is...
Wait, just hold on.
Yeah?
From my grade 6, I used to know the timetable.
Yeah.
So 3 times 10 is 30.
Yes.
5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 30 is 45.
Yes, 45.
So what did you say?
I said 45.
You said 44.
No, 45. I said 45. I never made that mistake. 45. Crucial point.
Okay, but the point is that Pirates are fighting against Sundowns,
Yeah.
and Sundowns normally collects points, although they're poor this season.
Yeah, for sure.
So now you have to collect those points.
You have to collect, and more especially Scotini when you've got the 12 men. They've got the squad, they've got the depth. There's absolutely no reason why they should be dropping points at home. This, Mr. Nkeu, was a very, very difficult game. And the TS Galaxy is a difficult game for anyone. The TS Galaxy, I mean, I always say, in the beginning of the season, I told you, Mr. Nkeu, this is one of my favorite teams in the Betway Premiership, and strictly for three or four reasons. Structurally, scouting, organization, shape, they bring in the right coaches. Credit to Abde Ahengzolpet. I'm going to butcher the name. No, let me leave it. The TX Galaxy coach. Because for me,
I forgot his name. I forgot his name.
Yeah. But anyway, for the job well done that is done so far this season.
He's been able to take the baton from his colleague who left the team, and it hasn't felt like he's a new coach.
Mr. Nkeu, one of the things, or to identify a very good coach, is not just only about the results, but a coach needs to improve football players. Ngicela ucheke uPuso how he looks. He looks very energetic, very dynamic. For me, his best position is more as a number 10. Even the last 15 minutes of the game, you're looking at the fact that Intwana Pagamani Mahlambi has been very dangerous. Seluleko Mahlambi, very dangerous. There's some players I really like. And the scouting process, TS Galaxy, they lose and they still bring in gems. The fact that Balechi Uchunya Zindonga, I was telling you at halftime that one of the reasons you have to give a team credit, Mr. Nkeu. He knows how to balance the squad. For me, that policy should be used by teams like Abomakesi, Obit, and many other teams in the Betway Premiership, because he knows how to mix some of the best young talented players. And sometimes the system, Mr. Nkeu, this is what football happens. Some of the best clubs in the country, they scout for the best talent. But sometimes it doesn't happen that every player progresses to the first team. Our team is smart by identifying those players, picking those players, mixing them. Last season, you check those players are very crucial at TS Galaxy because there's a certain role that they're playing in terms of guiding the team, understanding the shape, understanding what it means. They're playing for their families. There's will there. But when most Kulmange Orlando Pirates, they're talking about the organization.
Yeah, just to finish that thought on ETS Galaxy, I think that we have to say that I think it was one of those Gordon Eggerson moments. We love those coaches, of course. They 4 league titles with 4 different teams. Same with Kevin Hunt, but they are pragmatic in the way that they approach matches. And I imagined Gordon or Coach Kevin Hunt giving this team talk with TS Galaxy, because if you saw the first 25 minutes, which is why they considered the penalty, which is also why they could have considered 3 goals. I imagine those coaches that the team talk must have been, let us not concede, let's keep it very tight in the first 15, 20 minutes. And that's how they played. And they took themselves out of this game. Because if they tried to play, maybe make as well, maybe they would have asked Pirates more questions. What did you think about their approach before we go to Pirates?
I think it was overthinking. And rightfully so, because Orlando Pirates is the most informed team in the Betway Premiership. And when you're a coach and when you're thinking to yourself when preparing for Orlando Pirates is the first 20 minutes, let's consolidate, let's be difficult to beat, let's make sure that the defensive block is solid. But now coming out of that and snapping out of that, more especially when the opportunity and the game allows you to snap out and attack and counter Orlando Pirates. Because for me, there were opportunities to actually counter what the Orlando Pirates was doing. But for him and his players, it took him longer. But Njoba Ngisho, rightfully so. Number one, I think they were overthinking in terms of their preparation.
And Orlando is very difficult.
Going to Orlando Stadium is there's 2 things they have to deal with. The form of Orlando Pirates, the fact that they are going to Escotini. Actually, Pap in place, Mr. Worst stadium to play at.
In a positive way, it's the worst stadium.
My God, very difficult stadium to go and play. So those are 2 things that they were challenging with. For me, I think that snapping out, I saw Bennett Parker just after the 28th minute going to speak to the coach, advise him from a tactical perspective. I think Bennett, as an assistant coach, there's something he identified that I think there is an opportunity here to counter what the Orlando Pirates. I always emphasize, Mr. Nkeo, that part of performance is stopping the other team from performing. 2 things that the Orlando Pirates did very good, in my opinion. They made sure they identified that the block is too deep. So they made sure that they emphasized that their wingers must be wide and high. Because they wanted to push TS Galaxy a little bit back. The second thing is their counter press. They did not allow TS Galaxy in the first 25 minutes to keep the ball 2-3 passes, because they are a team that wants to play. We check out in midfield. I always say that a coach we judge in midfield now. In Mbizeni, Bapetum Kaka, they pete Umbunjwane, and as well as, who am I missing?
Yamazulu. Matuna.
Oh my God.
Specifically Matuna.
Look at that type of midfield in terms of ball retention, in terms of arrogance on the ball when they had it, in terms of joining into the final third. For me, that kind of midfield is a ball-playing midfield. So for me, they knew, Orlando Pirates, that we are going for a battle. And I think that you need to give credit to Adeslam as well for playing Umasinda and as well as playing Urile Mfukeng. I have said, Mina,
that was a good creative risk to take.
Mr. Nkeo, Orlando Pirates, for the first time in a very long time, I know that Jorge Rivero has done exceptionally well. But for me, I'm standing here and I'm feeling very confident about this guy. This guy gives me trust. I know he hasn't finished the season, he hasn't even had half a season, but the feeling I'm getting from Adeslam is that he's intelligent, he's a very reactive coach, tactically very smart, and for me, he hasn't even understood most of those players. You can tell that, for me, Lomchitu Sazo Shaban, if he can understand the profile in certain players in terms of what is his best position? Because if we check Umrim and the profile of wingers that he used, I said to you in the beginning of the season when we were talking about the Apolis and the Rilem Fukeng thing, I said to me, Rilem Fukeng has the potential to play as a number 10 because he identified that there's players that understand how to play in an uncomfortable position. And for me, Rilem Fukeng, whatever that he was going through, I need to touch a little bit more before I speak to Masini.
Just complete the thought on Abdeslam Ouaddou.
Ouaddou understands. A reactive coach, yes, but that's a good thing. A tactical genius, in my opinion, understands how to read the game. For me, understands his players. For me, was some of the best coaches.
Your summary of him is that he's going to be a devastatingly dangerous coach for other teams, which then logically we follow that thought and we say he's a title contender.
Yeah. He's a title contender. One of the best qualities I think I've realized with him so far in his SSC is reading the game. Most of our 15 coaches in the Betway Premiership, Bashao read the game. And for me, I think that's where his advantage is. I think playing at the highest level also helped him because he has this thing, I always speak about feel when I sit here, is that you don't make a substitute a pension if you don't feel something as a coach. You need to feel players strong. And I believe that he's working on that. He's working on instinct. Instinct is the word, not feel. Instinct is the word.
It's the same thing.
He's working on his instinct. And sometimes, you need something that's going to override tactics and your belief. Is instinct. Sometimes you need to trust that maybe the game needs an Apolis and you make that decision immediately. The game needs a run behind. I need a Muremi.
It's a brilliant analysis, actually.
He understands, he feels, he can feel that, okay, I need a 8. I need a double six. He plays according to his instincts and what the game and what he feels from the game. Because
complete the thought on Mufugeng, just as giving us an indicator now of the time. You were happy with him at number 10. You've always seen him as a number 10.
I think it's his best position in my opinion. One of the reasons why is because in this country, some of our best players have struggled to play that position. I believe that he's the best. Passing range, penetrative passes, knows how to pick a red carpet pass that goes behind the defense, scores goals, very creative. One of the best qualities are now actually two. One is that is without the ball. The second one is him playing closer to the box. There is no player in the Betway Premiership that is dangerous when he's closer to the box, closer to Urile Mfokeng. He is the most dangerous. If Kona manje ngakuniki million, Urile Mfokeng are closer to the box, I can bet that he will make the best decision. So you check that ding pass I nigga Lentuzu Muremi before Murema Buisa lela pole box in Mbogas when he hoofed that header. I'm talking about that kind of intelligence. I'm talking about that kind of solutions. A player that has different solutions in his arsenal.
Yeah.
And that's the Urile Mfokeng you're talking about. Another thing player I wanted to talk about before we close is Unemta Jera. Masindi nemtajera but John Wick Mr. Nkiu but shelela kasale banana but so way to stand up phakama ay baba wam ay that's the 8 mina can I please be removed as an expert as an analyst and can I just speak from a football sense a little bit Mr. Nkiu?
Be a football fan.
Can I
be a Sowetan?
Mr. Nkiu,
you're being biased for your own kasi.
Anyway, I don't care who says what. For me, Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. No,
those are international teams, though.
I know, Mara. You need a player that understands how to play.
Those are not just regional teams.
I get it, Mr. Nkiu. But some of the best midfielders that have played for that club are the ones that are Kamugara. And also, you can have a midfielder from any other place. But I am saying that we produce some of the most ball playing, most intelligent, and they're not physical. We are all like this short, tidy, very neat on the ball. We can find a pass.
He looks very impressive, I must say.
That's why I said in the first half, Kumbuza a little bit of Futso Villagas from a profile player.
Yeah.
In the league, we hardly have an 8 that passes, compress the space, combination, and then join in the box.
We've been crying for those players. If you are a number 8, if you are a Jaden Adams, Mkulise, or Alende, get boxing, create opportunities in the box, and we've been crying for those.
Mr. Nkeo, there's three qualities that make Umasindi special. When he collects the ball from deep, he keeps it very simple, 2-touch and move. When he gets into the progressive line, he plays like Andres Iniesta in terms of linking up play. When he gets into the final third, he plays a little bit like an attacking player where he's got a step over in him. He's got a step over and he can beat a player.
Massive Lindo Pep season. Masini namtajela.
But ishelela njengekasale banana John Wick.
All right, there you go. Uba amaxesha besingawatshwa ngebhodini besawuqhubeka sithethe. Because actually I really wanted to explore this contrast where whenever Mabasa is there, he scores so many tap-ins and it's those type of goals and that's where he should be. Whereas if there's another striker there, there's a problem of the wingers cannot cut back because there's no one there. So yeah, because we look at the times on the official board, we have to close the video. iDiskiTV, Diski Times, also splitting.
Shapunjan bafowethu igama lami Lindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiskiTV. Tanko.
This is Bongane Benedict Villagazi, they call me so. Niazi bafowethu, Amakosi for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, I tell you to subscribe to iDiskiTV.